Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to VA Fridays. Today we're going to be talking about some really exciting news about Veterans Lending Group and our fees, as well as some news I learned about VA assumptions that could be really helpful. Well, maybe not that helpful, but helpful for you to kind of tell other people. So before I get right into it, we're going to do a quick dad joke for you guys. So dad joke today is why are sandwiches popular in Alabama? Why are sandwiches popular in Alabama? It's because they're inbred. They're inbred. All right, so getting right into it. So first thing I'm gonna go through is the assumption process. So one of the cool things, I wouldn't say cool things, but one of the interesting things I learned about assumptions is about potentially getting a second, and there's an important detail that we're gonna know about a second. So let me paint the picture. Let's say your seller is offering a VA assumption, and it's we want to sell the house for $500,000, offering a VA assumption, and the assumption is for a $300,000 loan for a 2.5% rate. Okay. The question is, how does your buyer figure out what to do with the remaining $200,000? Right. So the easy way is come up with $200,000 of cash, which may not be the easiest way, but that's the quickest way. And then the other option is to get out, and this is a theoretical. We thought like maybe they can just get a second piggyback loan or a second loan on top of the VA loan that would cover a large portion of the remaining, but they would still have to come in about, let's say, 10% down. So how it would look in that scenario is that you would have a $300,000 loan for 2.5%. You would have a second piggyback loan for about, let's say, $150 based on today's rates, and then the buyer would still have to come in $50,000 down. So basically, to buy this house, they would have to get two mortgages, right? Now, one of the specific details we just learned a couple of days ago, well, specifically me, is that second must be assumable as well. I have not seen a second loan ever be assumable. So in reality, what it's gonna look like is that the only real way assumptions work is that the buyer has a cash, or maybe the assumptions is for exactly the purchase price, especially if that buyer bought in the height of 2022 and there hasn't been much appreciation since then. They're effectively short selling their house. Then assumption might actually make sense in that case. So that it just, assumptions are a great way to as an option, but not at this point, it's probably not the best option. I know a lot of people are interested in rates. And this is probably best for people who are doing assumptions with another person they're friends with, a grandfather or a grandmother that's passing it down to their grandchildren, whatever, right? So that's something I want you guys to consider when it comes to marketing an assumption. Don't assume that this is going to be the solution, because this process could take 3, 4, 5 months. And some sellers don't have that timeline. So something to consider before you market it to your sellers, because it is going to be a huge impact on their timeline if they do it this way. So I just want to let you guys know that if they do a second piggyback loan on top of the assumption, it must be assumable as well. And this is directly from the VA Lender's Handbook, actually a VA revision called the Circular. Alrighty, so one great news I want to share with you guys is that within the last couple months, we made some adjustments in our lender fees. For a long time, the only lender fee that we had was an underwriting fee that was $995 to make our underwriters happy. That was our only underwriting fee. If the buyer wanted to pay for discount points and buy their rate down, they totally could. However, to work with us, it was just $995 in addition to all the normal title, escrow, prepaids, closing cost fees. We've since then have completely got rid of our $995 fee completely. So at this point, there's no lender fees for us. We don't have an underwriting fee at all. And in comparison to all the other lenders, $995 wasn't really that big of a deal. I've seen lenders charge $1,300 and then $200 there, $100 there. Like there was a whole list of fees, or they charge like 1% as an origination charge and all these other fees as well. So overall, our $995 was pretty low, but we effectively got rid of it, and now we have no lender fees, which is pretty cool. So that's that's a big announcement and a way for you guys to potentially talk to your clients, potentially to steer them away from non-desirable lenders that you don't want your VA clients working with. So no lender fees to work with us, no originations, no fees, no upfront fees, stuff like that. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys had a great week and weekend, and I will talk to you guys on Monday. Nuke out.